In this week's episode, we're celebrating a bold new direction for the podcast, as well as the 50th anniversary of the iconic Haunted Mansion attraction at Disneyland. Right along with us as we celebrate Halloween in August with a teaser of treats and merchandise. Too early to talk Christmas? Never! Diggs has a plethora of fat time to share as always and some overdue mobile ordering news. Also Galaxy's Edge, Disney Plus, the Main Street Electrical Parade returns, and more on this quieter episode of the MousePIRE podcast. I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Disney, Star Wars, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think of me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's right. It's a new day on the MousePIRE podcast. Back to basics. Just the two of us. The way it started.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, the way it started. Cutting the fat out. Figuratively and literally. Basically that's all I'm going to say about that. So take that as you will, and you will get the hint as we go on that it is just the two of us. Once again, you can still expect a Dan come around, but
Dan's back to school.
yeah, Dan's back to school, so we probably won't be seeing from Dan for a little while. Yeah, happy birthday!
When the cryptos creak and the tombstones quake, spooks come out for a swinging way. Happy haunts materialize, and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Boo.
Yeah,
I'm
happy
scared.
50th birthday to the Haunted Mansion coming up this Friday, right?
Yes.
The 9th, right?
Yes.
Apparently YouTube is stupid. That was, it, for those of you who are eagle ears, that was the Bare Naked Ladies doing Grim Grinning Ghosts from the wonderful Haunted Mansion film. I'm sarcastic about that. That movie's fine. So because YouTube is stupid, and for some reason I couldn't find the actual track of the Grim Grinning Ghosts, and it's on it's in my other pants.
I thought you don't wear pants.
But since I don't wear pants, that's why it's in my other pants.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, so happy 50th birthday to the Haunted Mansion coming up on this Friday. If you guys are planning on going, I'm sure expect big crowds and big waits.
And also that little party they're having, the after hours event, they still have tickets for that. I know it's on a Wednesday and you're not listening to Thursday, but you might be able to go on Thursday. And if you want to go, check it out. See if you can still get tickets because it hasn't sold out yet.
Is that both nights or just the one?
Both
the
nights.
First one.
I know both nights are still available
because the second one is Thursday night,
right? Going to
Friday. Yeah.
Yes.
So
if you're listening on Thursday and you want to go, maybe check and see if they have tickets because they haven't said anything about being sold out, and they keep advertising like every day about it. So
otherwise, they have a lot of cool merchandise and stuff in the parks. We're not going to go through that, but if you guys are interested, obviously head on down there and spook it out.
I'm already scared. So speaking of Haunted Mansion, Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, Halloween in July. I mean, no, wait, this is August now. Halloween in August. Nope. Wait. Either way, we're pretty close.
Well, we're about to have Christmas too, but we were talking about Halloween first.
Yeah.
And of course, Disney Parks blog released all the merchandise that you can get because they want you to go and open up your wallets wide and take out those credit cards and buy everything that you can buy that has Halloween stuff on it. And of course, they have a Halloween jersey that everyone's going to go on and get. And you're going to be walking in Disneyland and the parks and everything, and you're going to be seeing everyone with the same jersey. It has the villains on there, and it says, it's good to be bad with Oogie Boogie on top. And this is on the back side. Not the backside of water, but the backside of the jersey. It's I don't know,
Yeah, obviously with the themes of the party and the theme of the World of Color Villainous, there's going to be a heavy influence of the villains and Oogie Boogie on a lot of the merchandise, as you shall already be seeing.
Yeah, so you can check that stuff out. Of course, probably starting on, what was it, September, was it 9th?
Yes.
As soon as the Halloween time in the park
I
start.
just agreed. I'm like,
Halloween 6th.
Halloween 6th.
Yeah, Halloween 6th. Not the movie, but on the 6th of September is when Halloween time.
So basically
starts.
the day after Labor Day, I think. No, that's not Labor Day.
No.
Never mind. It's the Friday after Labor Day.
So, yeah, you can go and buy all that merchandise and everything like that. And, of course, they have some food.
Worms.
They got a lot of worms here.
They got some sort of weird French fries or
Those are the funnel cake fries.
funnel cake fries that have worms and a big dollop of Oogie Boogie
That's what it looks
on
like.
it, and candy corn.
Ew.
And I don't know if that's fake M&Ms or just
the green
candy coated
Yes.
peanuts or candy coated candy.
Yes.
Candy coated candy. What is that? Is that oxymoron?
Maybe.
So that's called the. It's just no. It doesn't even really have a name. It just says. I guess we haven't really got the official foodie guide yet. This is just a sneak peek of the sneak peek.
Yeah.
As usual. But it's Oogie Boogie inspired sweet funnel cake fries, and then they also have a really bright greenly colored drink that also has worms slithering out of it, and some new glow cubes that look like dice,
Right.
which are kind of neat. So this is basically just a sneak peek. We still obviously have a lot more to come, so this is just they're tantalizing your taste buds here in August. While it's still 90 degrees out, they're talking about Halloween and long sleeve shirts. Like, get that shit out of here.
So speaking of Oogie Boogie, he's having a bash over there.
Is he?
At California Adventure Park, not at Disneyland.
I know that guy.
And there's has been 2 more dates added to the sellout list, and that is Halloween. Halloween is now sold out.
Shock.
Yeah, what a shock. And also September 26th. So we have September 26th, September 29th, and Halloween October 31st that are sold out right now.
As I predicted before, besides Halloween and the dates around that, which always usually sell out, you see the earlier, least expensive days are going to be the ones selling out first.
So if you guys are planning to go, hurry up and get those tickets because it's August, and this is the month that the dates will start selling out. And the first day of the party is September 17th, in case you guys didn't know. And I will be there. So come say hi or don't say nothing. I don't care. But yeah, get your tickets now because they're going to be running out pretty soon. And then we're going to get those people on Facebook asking people for tickets. That's about it. So, hey, before we move on, want to hear some bullshit?
Oh, here we go.
Yes, here we go. I was kicked out of Michael's group.
Oh, what?
Oh my gosh! And
Wait, so we kicked somebody off the podcast, sort of, basically, and you got kicked out of a group.
I got kicked out.
Is that
of
karma?
Carmageddon.
Oh no, because the one thing happened before the other one.
Yeah.
So.
All I know is they had one of those stupid questions of asking, "Where do I plug in my phone in the parks?" Now I told Anthony about this, and someone said something about get a charger, which I agree with. And
which is we've been telling people that for like years about people who complain about where to plug your things in, our answer is always, well, you should have brought one.
Yes, okay, but I'm not advocating, hey, go plug in your devices in the park. But someone said, you do not want to use Disney's plugs because they will destroy your phone.
Bullshit.
And I was just like,
are you stupid?
My comment was, oh, I love those people who say don't use Disney's plugs because they're going to mess up your phone. When the plugs that they have in the park and inside, wherever you're plugging your phone in, I saw yesterday someone plugging in their phone when you're in the waiting room to see Turtle Talk with Crush, Turtle Talk. Someone was plugging in and then cast member said not to plug in. But anyway, those are regular outlets that you have at your house. And people are trying to say, oh, no, they're more powerful and this and that.
If they were more powerful, they wouldn't look like be just a standard 3-prong plug. They would be one of those big fat round ones like you see the big ovens and the fryers and everything are plugged in with.
Now, those are 240-volt plugs.
Right.
And your plug would not fit into that.
So, no, there is no such thing as a higher voltage plug that is off of a standard 3-prong. They tell you that because they don't want you using it.
Right.
They're not for you.
Right.
They're for cleaning and stuff. Every single one of those plugs is placed someplace. Is placed where they are for a reason, whether it's people need to use a vacuum or whether it's because something else needs to be plugged in. It's for park use only. It's not for guests. Anybody that tells you that your phone is going to get ruined just because you're not supposed to use it. That's simple as that. End of story.
So I was going back and forth with one of the people in the groups, and just going back and forth. I wasn't in any way being rude to this person. I was just saying, hey, think about this. When you're over there in Small World Promenade during Christmas time and they have Christmas lights in the bushes, wouldn't those be messed up if the power was more powerful and mess up your phone? Right. So those are standard plugs. That was my point. So then Michael's one of his admins or whatever you call them.
Your sister, apparently.
No. Her name is Christy Ramirez with a K because she doesn't know how to spell Christy. And
wow.
So she says, okay, I'm stopping this. If anyone else wants to argue over whether or not you can use the outlets there, I'm turning you off from commenting. In the end, bring your own damn portable charger and don't say it's okay to use the outlets there at Disneyland.
This is my favorite part coming up.
Especially if you don't work there. Our cast members do the best to recommend what is safe based on their knowledge and experience.
Okay, so based on that, they're trying to say that cast members who say not to use those plugs because they're high voltage are gullible and believe what their leads have told them.
Right.
And they're stupid.
So my comment to...
So wait, once again, if you're a cast member who believes that those are what your leads told you or whoever told you that you can't use those, you're stupid.
So my comment to Christy was, don't get power hungry there. Some of us know what we're talking about.
FTP.
And she booted me from Michael's group. So I just want to say, Christy, you're stupid. Whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. I just think it's funny.
If anybody knows Christy, pass it on.
And Michael, thank you.
Like a disease.
And Michael, thank you for backing up your friend here. Oh, wait, you didn't.
Hey, so we're starting a group called Band from It's a Big Family, right?
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yes, Band from Michael's Big Family.
You and I are the first people. I'm sure the others will roll right in.
All right, hey, guess what? Christmas. It is Christmas.
Is the goose
time.
getting fat?
I don't know.
Okay.
But we're done with Halloween because we're going to talk about Christmas now.
Bye.
So,
hey, Christmas call is coming earlier and earlier. They're basically... it can't get any earlier without starting on top of Halloween. Let's put it that way.
So Christmas in the park starts on November 8th. November 8th.
Which is the earliest ever date, right?
It might be. I don't know.
Like by at least a couple days just because of how the weekends alternate. Because last year was the earliest ever. The year before that was the earliest ever. And like we're going back to like where it used to be it used to be like November 15th.
Right.
And then it backed up like November 12th because of the way the Friday fell. And then it was probably like November 10th because of the way the Friday fell. And then now we're on November 8th because a whole 7 days in between ending of Halloween and Christmas is, like I said, if they could have it start the next day on November 1st, they probably would. I mean, we already know that the snow starts going up on the castle like mid October anyways, or early October. So you already got snow on the castle while Halloween's also going on. So, I mean, what difference does it make? Might as well get that shit ready to go. I mean, they can do a lot of that decorations overnight. I guarantee you by next year you're going to be seeing Halloween or Christmas starting the day after Halloween.
Probably. So we talked before about World of Color having Villainous for Halloween, for the party actually, that is. But over at DCA for Christmas time, they will be having World of Color Seasons of Light.
Is that a new one or is that the old one?
I believe that's the old one.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. It's the old one with all the Christmas scenes and everything from the movies, different animations, and
also interestingly enough, I guess I've never seen this one. It pretty much represents all different holidays, including Christmas, Hanukkah, Diwali, Kwanzaa, and Three Kings Day.
Oh.
So that's very very diverse and inclusive of World of Color. Of course, as we mentioned, the castle all snowed up.
Yes, the castle's gonna be all snowed up, and don't forget we're gonna have over there also at Disneyland we'll have the fantasy Christmas fantasy parade, and hopefully Santa will stay in his sleigh this time.
Yes, no launching, no fake launchings, and of course don't forget to believe in holiday magic. Yes.
That's the fireworks show for Christmas time. And, of course, we'll have a Small World Holiday and, of course, Haunted Mansion Holiday. And that Haunted Mansion is going to start on when the Halloween time starts.
Yep.
On September 6th.
As opposed to the post that Disney did. You saw that post that Disney did where they said that Haunted Mansion Holiday was going to end on October 31st.
Yeah.
And then people started getting all crazy and freaking out, and then they were like, "Oh, it was a mistake."
Oops.
Speaking of oops,
Mater did it again.
Mater's going to be doing it again with his Halloween. Wait, is that what we're talking about? No, we're talking about Christmas. Never mind. Speaking of oops, of course, Mater is going to be leading the charge with the decorations there in Cars Land for Christmas. Once again, they didn't say anything about adding anything new, though, for that, right?
No, it's Mater's Jingo Jamboree. And, of course, we're going to have, they're going to transform Luigi's to Luigi's Joy to the Whirl. Whirl? Like a whirl.
Right. Well, no, that was last year, right?
Yeah, I believe the same thing last year.
Yeah, because I think I remember going on it.
So we have those coming up. Of course, over there in DCA Festival Holidays is going to return with all the Fat Time and all that stuff. And but one thing that doesn't say here doesn't say anything about Viva Navidad.
Oh,
no mention
rude.
Of that here.
It's still early.
Is it?
It's still early. I mean, we're not getting the full information. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. We'll find out probably closer to when like the foodie guide and stuff comes out. Probably, by the end of September or beginning of October.
Yeah, because we have Viva Navidad with Donald Duck and his crew, and then you have the Elena processional thing going on. So, and then you have Coco.
Yes.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
And hot cocoa.
Ooh, sounds good. Not right now.
Marshmallows.
Not right now. It's too hot.
Yeah.
The hot tub.
Ooh.
So yeah, you have Christmas. This Christmas stuff coming up, and like I said, that starts on November 8th and goes through January 6th. Hey, Anthony, guess what?
What?
It's back.
Is it bright?
Yes.
And electrical?
Yes.
Is it a parade?
Yes.
Whoa! Is it the Main Street Electrical Parade?
Yes, it's back. And it's not better than ever, though.
Oh, is it broken?
No. Well, actually, I was there on Friday with the return of the Main Street Electrical Parade, along with Dan and his brother Robert, and it was pretty cool. I was trying to pay attention to all the details and to see if there's anything that wasn't working. I've only saw one thing that wasn't working, one set of lights that wasn't working, but it wasn't anything that anyone would really notice that they were actually looking.
That's pretty
for
good
something like
ratio
that.
considering all of the reports that we're getting of it being just basically not half of it not
Right.
working, and when it was at DCA. Luckily, I missed that.
So I mean, it looked pretty cool. Of course, it's the same one from last year with the new float that was introduced in Disney World for Tinkerbell. So I mean, everything's the same. Nothing it's cool. I watched it. I probably wouldn't watch it again unless I was in the area and say, "Oh, I'll just sit here and watch it." But it's the same thing. It's,
Ooh, the pretty lights.
yeah, it's pretty lights and nice lights and everything, and it's just a parade.
It's nice background ambiance music when you're
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
adjacent.
Yeah, that happened last night when we were.
I don't know any guy named Jason that I would do that with. But, yeah.
Yeah, we're walking out of Adventureland, and then this is the end of the parade, and you just enjoy the ambiance and the music and everything. So yeah, it's back, and you can go over there and check that out.
Back in the Main Street Groove.
What was it? Through September or something? I don't remember what.
And then it'll go back into the warehouse.
Goes back into Ontario.
Ever.
And hopefully,
In quotes.
when it goes back to Ontario, the rats don't get to the floats. That's what I heard. What happened to the ferry, the blue ferry?
Uh-oh.
Heard rats got to the wiring.
Oh, is that why it's no longer...
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Is that why it was missing last time?
That's what I heard. I heard it came back
Oh.
from Florida, went into the warehouse, rats got to it, and that's why it didn't appear last year.
Well,
or 2 years
if
ago.
they had cats. If they had Tom.
Yeah.
What can you do? Hey, so moving over to Galaxy's Edge, since, we have to talk about it at least once. The reservation system for, obviously, the land itself is long over. But the reservation system for Oga's Cantina is ongoing, and so is apparently the evolution of how you do it. Before, it was a whole rigmarole, and you had something you had to do it the day of, and then you were able to do it ahead, and then you had to leave a $10 deposit. As far as I know, the $10 deposit is gone. It seems like. Now you can make reservations just like any other restaurant through the Disneyland app, which is helpful. As of right now, you can make reservations 14 days in advance, which means that if you're listening to this on Thursday, you can make reservations up to the 22nd or 23rd. We don't do math here, 22nd or 23rd. So as of right now, it is 14 days in advance, which is obviously still a lot better than what it was before. But that is for an interim launch period, which has been going now for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then at a later day, you'll be able to make reservations up to 60 days, just like you can with every other restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Have the other restaurants always been 60 days? Weren't they only 30 at one point?
I can't tell you. I'm not
When
sure.
we used to talk about reservations all the time, I thought it was only 30 days or 40 days. Oh, 40 days, remember? Wasn't it 40 days?
40 days is your pass to renew.
Oh, never mind. Same shit. Yeah, so like I said, so now you can make reservations through the app. You can make reservations up to 14 days. And so it makes things a lot easier. Like I said, it mentioned the refundable $10 deposit, but it doesn't make it sound like that's a thing anymore. But if I'm wrong, make sure you guys let us know. Okay? MousePIRE@gmail.com.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
So, in other fat times...
Fat time, little coat.
Yeah, little coat. You're going to need a little coat if you go over to Oga's. I don't know why. I wanted to ask people if there's anybody out there that knows. I saw a picture of a menu, and the Rancor Tooth flight is still on there. Is that just still on there while it's gone, or has it come back again? Or do they black it out or put a little piece of paper or something over it while it's gone? Or they just don't want to have new menus that don't have it on there, and they're just going to be like, oh, sorry, we don't have that.
Right.
Come back in September, supposedly.
Yes.
Or did they just come to get restocked and we didn't know? And September came a lot earlier than it was supposed to, like with the parking garage.
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, so if anybody out there knows, email us, mousepire@gmail.com.
Hey, guess what? It's back.
Yeah.
We talked about that already.
Yeah, back in the Main Street groove.
Yeah, the Main Street Electrical Parade is back. Oh, but we talked about that already.
Yes. Oh, but there's food.
Yes, there's food
Because,
involved.
there can't be something without there being food. Hey, that cake looks awfully damn familiar, but it's not.
Yeah, people were saying, "Oh, that cake is good." I'm like, "Well, you haven't had that one before because before it was different."
Before it was the two other times before, it didn't look like a checkerboard.
Right. It was layers.
Yeah, it was actual layers. This one has 3 colors per layer.
It looks interesting, but it's probably going to taste like
it's probably going to taste exactly like the last
the
two.
Pixar one.
Yeah, the Pixar one, and then the one that was before that had multiple colors.
Yeah.
I think that one. Oh, I think that one was from the first time the Electrical Parade came back.
So it's the Main Street Electrical Parade cake, colorful vanilla sponge cake with cream cheese frosting, which I can't stand. Mixed berry marmalade, and cream cheese frosting, sprinkles, and chocolate decorations. So I'm not one for the cream cheese frosting. It's just not my thing. If I was really hungry and really wanted to try it, I will, but it's not on the list. Because I already know what it's going to taste like, just like the other one.
Yeah, as usual, that one is on the at Plaza.
You're right.
I see now that for the first time of looking at this post myself, that the formerly AP exclusive Main Street Electrical Parade popcorn bucket will be for everybody. Is that what I'm reading? For everybody?
That's what you are reading.
With refills for everybody, not just APs? The outrage. How are they going to keep track?
Well, it's only the day of.
Yeah, day of, just so basically they're pulling some knots shit.
Yeah, so you're going to get, you're going to buy the bucket and you'll be able to refill it for $1.50. $1.50, not $1. $1.50 on the day of purchase only. And supposedly the cast members are going to be looking at your receipt. So if you don't have a receipt, they're going to say, "Where's your receipt?" And you know how it is. If you don't give them a receipt, or the customer doesn't give the receipt, the customer's going to go blah 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 blah. I'm mad. Okay, just this time.
Oh, by the way, just because the post has it, the electrical parade ends September 30th.
Okay, September 30th for the parade.
So interesting that the Main Street Electrical Parade is overlapping with Halloween that much.
Right.
So yeah, so we got the popcorn bucket. Like I said, it's basically what I believe was the first of the two AP popcorn buckets from 3 years ago. The only thing that might be different, I don't remember the handle and the lid being purple on either of those, but it probably was. I'd have to go look, but I'm not going to. So that will be at all of the popcorn carts. That will be available mid-August. Those are not available yet. Those will be available mid-August. While supplies last. Got to put the while supplies last. Because, just real quick, the AP tumbler cups are sold out in 11, 13 days or something like that. Because, while supplies last, and they don't care about who gets it, and they don't care about supplies, and they don't care about nobody. And once again, a drinks and merchandise fail. So, expect the Main Street Electrical Parade popcorn bucket to sell out really fast. And if they don't get it back in, then I wouldn't be surprised. Over at Coke Corner, they will have a Firefly hot dog as a hot dog topped with chili, shredded cheese. Basically, it's their chili dog with basically Fritos and jalapenos.
Well, let me just say real quick, this is the all beef hot dog. That is a natural casing hot dog. This is the one that snaps when you bite into it. It's really, really good, so I recommend you trying that.
Yeah, he always used to get mad at me because he was mad because the only place that had the whole beef hot dog was the one that it was chili.
Right. I agree.
You're gonna pay extra for the all beef hot dog, but you still have to get. You don't get the,
right,
the chili's
right.
part of the price.
I'm paying $10 for a regular hot dog
right.
without the toppings.
You can just go to Tommy's and get all beef, better snap hot dog for way less.
Yeah, more spicy too.
Right. Over at Jolly Holiday, they're going to have a macaron that looks like a ladybug, a pineapple coconut. Why did I say it like that?
Coconut.
Parfait. That's just a big no. 'Cause
I agree.
I don't like coconut.
Right.
I mean, pineapple mousse sounds good. Strawberry filling sounds good.
No, sure.
But, yeah. And then a Cheshire Cat Linzer cookie. Is that that's the one I liked, right?
That's the same one.
Yeah, that's if anybody likes I don't know. If you like sweet, you have to go try that cookie.
That's a good cookie.
It is really good. It has stripes. It's like a Keebler. One of those old Keebler cookies with the stripes on it, but there's like jelly in the middle, and it's yum. Then over there at the Gibson Girl, they got a couple Fantasia ice creams.
Is back. People love that one.
Yes, those were...
That one ran out.
Yeah, it did. And then over there at Carnation, because, of course, Carnation's always got to have something. I believe that spicy chicken sandwich is a old favorite that has come back. And then something which sounds new to me, raspberry lemonade shake.
That sounds new to me, too.
Yeah, I don't know about lemonade in a shake. I don't know. I would have to try somebody else's. It's one of those. I love lemonade, and I love like a shake, and raspberry sounds good, but I don't know about lemonade in a raspberry shake. So
I'm gonna try. I want to try it.
So okay. Well, you can let us all know how that was. And then, of course, Candy Palace having all the usual stuff. So
cake pops, Rice Krispie treats, and all that.
Right, all that, and a bag of chips.
Ooh.
No, that's at the corn dog cart. I assume that some of that stuff has already started along with the electrical parade. Obviously, anything that specifies like the popcorn bucket, like I said, probably won't be coming until next week at the earliest.
And of course, it does say that this sweets and savory items are available through September 30th. But like I said before, that ice cream did sell out pretty quickly. The Fantasia ice cream sold out.
Yeah, it was super popular the first time around. And then, like I said, definitely the popcorn bucket. If you weren't an AP and you didn't get one of those popcorn buckets, you're going to want to make sure that you guys try and find out from somebody the day those come out. Keep an eye on social media, whatever you got to do. Hey, so talking about getting your food quick, we're always talking about more ordering. There's always more places being added. Well, we got another big batch of places. It had been a while since they'd added anything, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's nice to get some more things added. Starting over at DCA, of course, they've been having all the buns, and we'll get to a new batch of buns here in a minute. But over at DCA, you can get your, talking about ice cream, you can get your ice cream on. The adorable snowman frosted treats now is available for mobile ordering, as well as, which I'm surprised that I thought this would have been one that would have been one of the early ones, but Pacific Wharf. And then Rita's Baja Blenders, because if you can't get your margarita fast enough, you better mobile order it.
Exactly.
And then Schmoozies, if you can get there before they close.
Yes, I agree with that. And
we've always made the joke about how they close like at 2 or 3 or something like that.
So so I real quick before we get to Disneyland part, I went to Schmoozies yesterday. Or I mobile ordered. I tried the orange cream shake, lemonade. Orange cream lemonade. It was really tasty. It was good, and I actually drank it faster than I thought because I just basically finished it within a minute because it was not good. So try the orange cream lemonade. Awesome there, Schmoozies.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be really good. I'm just not a huge fan of like creamsicle, so I don't know how cream.
I would have liked to have a little bit more cream.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a little mild then.
Yeah.
Speaking of mild.
Not Miles.
Over at Disneyland, adding mobile ordering is someplace that's probably been sorely needing it since long before mobile ordering was a thing.
I agree.
And that is the Mint Julep bar. Avoid those long lines. Mobile order and have a new long line. So the mobile order line will be longer than the regular line now. Watch.
Probably.
And then someplace that we used to talk about a lot, but we don't talk about as much anymore, and that's Troubadour Tavern. Another place that if you don't get to the park early enough that they'll just close right up on you. Place that we used to talk about a lot because they, or at least I used to talk about a lot because of the bacon sauerkraut that they used to have over there with their brat. I don't even know if they have it anymore. They still got the potatoes up there though, right? And the pretzels.
Yes, that's over there by Fantasy Fair or Fantasyland Theater.
Yeah, it always just a note to people who don't know that it closes basically right when the last showing of Mickey and the Magical Map is. So, yeah, if you always feel like it's closed, that's why, because you're not there before that. So yeah, that's new places added to the mobile ordering to make everything more convenient for you. Now, speaking of mobile ordering,
hold on.
Oh, you're not ready for that?
No. I just wanted to let you know that they still have those bacon sauerkraut.
Oh, okay, cool. So speaking of mobile ordering, we've been talking about the mobile ordering, the exclusive buttons that they've been having at some of the places. If you do a mobile order at DCA, Dan talked about doing it. A couple times? He's gotten a few of the buttons already.
Yeah.
Did you get any of the buttons or?
No, I didn't.
You didn't do any of those places.
No.
Well, they've added another 4 places. One of them is a place I really like the button. It's interesting because now they've kind of expanding outside of the park a little bit because with the addition of Tangaroa Terrace over there at the hotel, right? That's for the hotel.
Yeah,
I assume that's for the walk-up window.
Probably.
And because it does show a picture of a Dole Whip.
Oh, okay.
So a Dole Whip float. So that's really cool. Then the other 3 are Hollywood Lounge.
Oh, cool.
Which is
the Drink Me bar.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hollywood Lounge, Clarabelle's.
Oh.
And the Paradise Garden Grill, which of course is probably long overdue.
Yeah.
For that one. So a new batch of buttons for people to go and search for. If you have the first 4, Dan, you better get on it. And they're making they're making you really work for it by making you have to go over to the hotel to get that Tangaroa Terrace one. Once again, that are while supplies last, but the other ones did seem to last throughout the whole. As far as we know, the other ones are no longer available. It's now just these ones. Yes. So if you guys missed out on the other ones, well, that's too bad. You actually had a really long time, and surprisingly, they actually kept those in stock for quite a while.
All right, so we talked about, hey, it's back. Oh, wait.
Wait, what now?
So, no, after Dan and I and his brother watched the parade, the Main Street Electrical Parade and everything, and, we were hanging out and stuff, and we were a little parched. We needed to quench our thirst.
Cool, refreshing drink?
We needed something cool and refreshing. So we headed over to the Galactic Grill, and we got a Galactic Slush.
Is it a Goofy Glacier?
It's basically, yes, like a Goofy Glacier.
Is that the ones they've been having? Have they had those for a while, or?
I really can't tell you.
They've kind of been there in their low profile, you know.
Yeah. So we tried that, and it's a.
What was the flavor?
I was getting to that.
Okay, cool.
It's a pineapple and lime slush with a light up cube. You know, the same cubes from Mad Tea Party, basically. It's the same exact ice cube. Exactly. But I am not into the pineapple thing, you know that. But it wasn't that bad, and it was a hot night, so it was refreshing.
Lemonade.
That's over there at the Galactic Grill over in Tomorrowland. So, hey, if you want something to cool you down in this hot summer nights, I suggest you go and try that. It's really good. Also, one day we were in the parks. I was there with Miles, and we went over to the Tropical Hideaway, which I just love that place. It's just cool to sit there and chill in the night and everything.
Yeah, if you don't want to walk all the way to Galaxy's Edge. Apparently.
And Miles tried the chili mango whip.
Yeah, I had questions. Mainly that I assume you didn't try any of it.
No, I didn't.
It didn't look like anything that you would. Rebecca was even like, he didn't actually try that, did he? I'm like, even she knows you. I'm like, wow.
So it says what? Chamoy, mango, chili lime seasoning, which is basically that tahini. On top of that, it has, of course, the whip on the dough whip has fruits and things on top, and it looks the presentation looks really nice. It looks pretty good, but no, I had no part of that. I didn't want to have any part of it at all. Miles seemed to enjoy it. He said it was really good. I asked him about it because I wanted to let you guys know, and he gave it 2 thumbs up. So if you're into all that stuff, go try that out. Apparently it's new. That's what I've heard. I don't remember seeing this before. So yeah, go over to Tropical Hideaway and get that.
Hey, so speaking of food and getting back over to the Galaxy's Edge, we got the word that I think I've known about this for a while because I think I saw a placeholder for it on Amazon, which is where it's going to be on sale, and that is a Galaxy's Edge cookbook is coming out. From Insight Editions.
It's going to tell you how to cook porgs and stuff?
Presumably it's going to probably tell you, I don't know. I mean, it's probably going to be a combination of I assume some of the stuff that they actually serve there will be in there. But the woman who wrote this, which now I don't have the picture in front of me and her name, I will find it right now while I'm talking. The woman who wrote this, Chelsea Monroe Castle, she has written several other fandom cookbooks, just in case you guys are wondering her credentials. She wrote, those of you who are familiar with Elder Scrolls, she wrote an Elder Scrolls cookbook. She's also written a Game of Thrones cookbook, and a few others that I'm not really sure off the top of my head, but I know those two for sure. So it's definitely something that she's well acquainted with. And that'll be coming out November 5th. And once again, that'll be available. That should be available for pre-order on for sure on Amazon and on Barnes & Noble. They should also have a thing for that. But I definitely highly recommend that. We personally have the even if you don't try it, it's a really pretty book, and there's a lot of cool little anecdotes in there. That I'm sure that they gave her and she was allowed to say and stuff like that, things that maybe having to do with Hondo. But we have the Elder Scrolls one, and it's a really pretty book, nice bright color pages and everything, and it's definitely worth the price. Like I say, if you get it on Amazon, you should be able to get it for well under $15.
All right, so Anthony, when I was in the park the other day, I was just chilling over there in Tomorrowland, and guess who I saw walking around?
Santa Claus.
No, Boba Fett. You were close, though.
Boba Fett?
Yes, Boba Fett was walking around. Now, we always seen Boba Fett inside of Launch Bay.
Yes.
In their cantina scene.
Right.
And taking pictures and everything, photo up there.
That's as far as we've ever seen him.
Exactly. That's as far as we've ever seen him.
The most he's ever done is walk to the edge of the thing and yell at people.
Yes.
At the edge of that room.
Yes.
And yell at people.
The border.
You've never actually seen him even go into the inner ring of the Launch Bay. But so apparently now he's
walking around Tomorrowland.
Taking off the shackles. They set him free.
Or something. And he was just walking around Tomorrowland. I was kind of like puzzled because I've never seen that before. And
is it because the stormtroopers don't walk around there anymore? So they
do.
Oh, they do still walk around.
I believe that's a good question.
Are they first order stormtroopers still?
I think so.
See, that's
what?
dumb.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and check.
Because you know what? I'm just gonna say right now that if they still have first order stormtroopers walking around Tomorrowland, it's a really big fail. Because I mean, they obviously belong in the timeline of Galaxy's Edge, so they should be over there. Boba Fett obviously does not belong in the timeline of Galaxy's Edge, so it makes sense that he would still be walking around Tomorrowland. If they want stormtroopers to walk around that bad, I'm pretty sure that they still have the original stormtrooper costumes laying around somewhere. Have them wear the original stormtrooper costumes because they're more appropriate there than before. And in fact, I miss the original stormtroopers hanging out in front of Star Tours and hassling people and taking pictures and stuff.
Speaking of what you had just said about him not being in Batuu, had a person on Instagram say rather have him walk around in Batuu.
Well, they're wrong.
That's what I said.
It's not how that
I
works.
said that would be like heavy Darth Vader walking in Batuu.
Exactly.
Not the current timeline.
Do you not know how it works?
But if you guys saw the social medias, the picture I posted of him, check out the kid in the background. That's a funny picture.
Yes.
And that's why I actually chose that, because of the kid in the background.
It was the first thing I commented to him. I'm look at that guy.
And then that's what Connor commented, is the kid in the background. So yeah, check that out and go over there, and maybe you'll see good old Boba walking around. All right, so if you guys been parking over at the parking structure, you'll notice that they're giving you a paper receipt now. I guess they're doing a switch over from the cardstock type of paper to I forgot the name of this paper, what it's called. All thermal.
It looks like the giant receipts you get at...
It's a thermal imaging paper.
Yeah, it looks like the giant receipts you get at Kohl's.
Yeah, it's a thermal paper, so if you guys keep your papers in your car, well, if you keep this one, it's going to turn black.
Yeah, those days are over.
Yeah, it's thermal imaging, and it's just
the end of an era.
Exactly. So I went to the park yesterday, and over at Toy Story, I still got the regular cardstock paper. But
so it's just at the structure right now, or
right now I believe it's just the parking structure.
All of the parking structure?
I believe so.
Well, they still just have one entrance now, right?
Right.
For both structures.
Yes, I believe so. So I, from what I'm hearing, that they're going to be changing over to the paper. So soon they'll be getting those thermal printers over at the Toy Story parking lot. And speaking of Toy Story parking lot, they are working on the Toy Story parking lot to expand it. We talked about Bullseye coming into the picture. So the whole K-lot is basically empty. Cast members I don't believe any cast members are parking there. I know everything's fenced off. I've seen.
What day was it I said that was supposed to start?
The 17th.
Okay, so
they've been actually tearing up the pavement too. So I guess they're going to redo the pavement there, and of course redo the lines and at that area over there. We're hearing that somewhere in the middle is going to be the bus drop-off zone. So right now, currently, the buses are just basically coming in through Harbor and going out Harbor, and they're not going the back way anymore. And so, yeah, all that's going on, and we're not sure when that's going to open up as the new Bullseye parking, but they are working over there getting that done.
Hey, so get ready to be mad, because if you didn't know already, and you would have didn't care, or even if you did care, those of you that might have already gone, if you're an AP and you went to the pop-up Disney Mickey Celebration stupid photo thing, well, you've all been had.
Yep.
Because not only now did we give you guys the announcement that they had extended it through September 2nd last time when we had a podcast, now they're giving 40% off to all APs. So basically a big F you to all of you that already paid full price. Whether it was $29 or $30 or $40, whatever it may have been, well, F you, because you guys didn't matter. Anybody who put it off, because apparently this guy actually did math.
I did.
And it's almost worth it for him.
Yeah, I believe.
Still not worth it for me, even though I went for free. Still not worth it. $15 is really pushing it, but you said it's about $18.
I think it's $18 if you do 40% off of the $30 price.
That's if you do one of the cheaper days.
Or the morning time.
Right, the morning time. So yeah, if you're an AP that was on the fence, or if you're an AP that actually listened to us and said not to go because it wasn't worth it, and if now you think, yeah, maybe $18 is a little bit more your speed than over 30, then have at it. So basically, if you're an AP and you want to go, use the coupon code POP-UP PASSHOLDER27. POP-UP PASSHOLDER27 at checkout. You can purchase tickets. I'm sure you posted the link, and if not, you can find the link, and if not, just screw it. The shit's garbage. But have fun. Hey, so we've been talking about Disney Plus for a while now. We know that Disney Plus is coming up just in a few months here in November. And we had talked about that there was going to be the possibility of some sort of bundle with Hulu and Disney and ESPN Plus. Well, we have gotten the confirmation mostly today from Bob Iger, who said that Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and the ad-supported Hulu will be included all together in a bundle for $13.99. So if you remember that Disney Plus by itself was going to be $6.99, once again doing some rudimentary math, that basically comes out to about $7 for Hulu and ESPN Plus. Basically, it's ESPN Plus for super free. And I don't know how much. Oh, $12.99. I'm sorry. Back it up. $12.99, not $13.99. So actually, I think that brings down basically the price for ESPN and the Hulu. Once again, ad-supported Hulu. That's not the ads-free Hulu. For basically $6. I'm pretty sure that's cheaper than the ad-supported price for Hulu right now. So basically, you're getting ESPN for free. I'm sure at some point they'll probably have some way if you want to upgrade to the ads-free version. But for now, $12.99 sounds like a bargain to me, considering I know there's a lot of people that are going to be like, well, okay, well, probably they'll get rid of the Netflix. I don't think I'll go that far because, I'm already paying for Netflix and Hulu. So, basically I'm paying the same price for Hulu, I think, is what I'll pay for all three. So, and I could stand a couple ads. Usually they're not too bad. I don't know. We'll see what the upgrade price is.
So just to do some more math here, it says here in this article that Hulu starts at $5.99 per month, starting price, and ESPN Plus starts at $4.99 per month. So, and then it's $6.99 for Disney Plus.
Right. So you're definitely between the Hulu and the ESPN Plus. You're basically getting the ESPN for free. And like I said, they're sure to have some sort of option where you can upgrade your Hulu to an ads free, even if it brings that up to like $15.99. That's still a hell of a bargain.
Right.
For all three. So be ready. The countdown begins. We should get more information on that probably at D23. We'll probably get all the last information about Disney Plus, any last minute additions or announcements of stuff that might be there at launch and anything else.
Can you make sure you remind me to go? Because I almost forgot it's coming up.
To D23?
Yeah. Remind me.
Is that the weekend of the 17th?
The 23rd, I think.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I got a email saying that my tickets are on its way.
Oh, okay, cool.
So maybe I'll
remember when you get those that I think you have to go take your tickets and then go online and register your tickets.
Right. It said all that.
Don't forget that.
Yes, I'll try not to forget that.
Okay.
But I forget things.
Yes. Yeah, D23 is August 23rd through 25th. That reminds me, I did have a little announcement about D23 real fast. This came all the way back right after our last episode. Did you ever watch or see the TV show Toy Hunter?
It sounds familiar. Is that the guy
with Jordan Hembrow? Yeah, the guy who goes around looking for toys.
Yes.
That was the one I told you.
Yes.
The kiss where you had to get the.
Right.
He was getting the kiss stuff for.
Yeah,
Jane.
he's also like the guy who goes to Pawn Stars and talks about. I think he goes to Pawn Stars and says when they have a toy and they go to him.
Right.
I think.
Yes, something like that. Yeah, he used to have the show called Toy Hunter. Unfortunately, it got canceled many years ago. It was a really cool show. But he's actually going to be coming to D23 with Toy Hunter Live, which is going to be a brand new multimedia presentation with new material and artifacts and stuff. And that will be a 30-minute live stage show on the big stage at D23. So whenever you get the schedule, if that's something that interests you, make sure you check out the schedule of what day that's going to be and see if you can squeeze it in along with everything else. I've seen a little bit of the schedule already, and I can see that there's a lot of things that are overlapping. If any of you guys are big S.H.I.E.L.D. fans, it'll probably be the last ever S.H.I.E.L.D. panel, like ever, since the show's going to be ending long before the next D23 or any other con for that matter.
Now we talked about how if you get your passes for your badges, well, right now I got an email saying my badge is on its way, and you have to register them, and you want to do reservations for the shows and stores and everything like that. I don't know if we had a date for that, but on here it says you can start doing your reservations on Friday, August 16th. That's what it says on here. And of course, it also says more information to come. So just a heads up on that. All right, so real quick, I forgot to talk about this earlier, but the Lion King, I've been hearing reports that they had budget cuts and they were cutting things out, and they cut out the dancers. So I went to go check that out yesterday, and they did cut the dancers out.
So it's just a half a tale now then?
It's a half a tale. Basically, what it is, they have the main characters up there, so they're still there while they sing and dance. You know, they have the dancers doing things. When they have like Zimbo trying to get away from the wildebeest and the gourd, they have these people doing different things, like they're the wildebeest and everything.
Oh, okay.
So they got rid of all those the people who did that. It doesn't really take anything out of this show, I think. I think it's still good without them. It was nice to have them in there, but it doesn't really take too much out of it. The only thing I noticed is that when they had the dancers there, because there's a stage, and the performers are on the stage, and the dancers were like on the bottom of the stage. And at a certain point, they would bring up the kids and to dance, and during the show, the performers on the stage were trying to tell the kids to come up and dance, and no kids went up there. So that takes away that, because the kids don't know they're supposed to. If you're the dancers who are down there were like, hey, you guys come on, they can tell them, but since they're up at the stage, they're kind of far away from the audience, and they can't tell the kids, oh, come up and dance. So that took away from that.
Not only do they ruin the show itself, but they ruin the audience interaction.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, and then I start thinking about, like I said, I start hearing they cut this and they cut. I'm like, why are they doing that? And then I try to think about it, and
because attendance is down.
Not only that comes from the entertainment budget, and Disney had to add entertainment with the electrical parade. So maybe they took some of their entertainment budget because they had to bring the electrical parade back to draw the crowds in. So the Tale of the Lion King suffers because of that. That's all I can think of.
Dirty.
Right.
Kind of like when they cut the Frozen show. With all the times that Frozen show has been cut down. It's like, 20 minutes shorter now than it was when the day it opened?
I don't know. It has to do with budget cuts. It just went too long. The show was like an hour and 15 minutes when it first came out.
I'd say it's probably about 60-40.
So, go check out Tell Lion King. It's still a great show. And I would...
And if you got to see the full show, well, good for you.
And I suggest you go there when the sun goes down, because I was there in the hot sun. There's no shade or anything, and I was just burning over there. So, wait for the sun to go down.
Hunka, burning love. Hey, so you know what's on fire?
What's on fire?
The mail.
The mail's on fire.
I don't know.
All right, so we have our first email, and it's from Wreck-It Rachel.
Yeah.
This was sent in last week, and it says Part 1. Hey guys, I had a weekend of things to share, and if I share them all in one email, it will take too long. So I'm splitting the emails into two.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go.
A sequel.
One this week and one next week. I went to the Very Merry Unbirthday Tea at Steakhouse 55, and I went to Batu for the first time. So this week is for tea time. Oh, okay. So next week is Batu time. The high tea at the hotel have been great. I've been to 3 now. My friends and I love having high tea celebrations, and this one was Alice in Wonderland themed, so it was a must. We all got dressed up and went to tea. They have lots of tea selections and can be served hot or cold, and you can try as many as you want. I had the passion tea iced and a peppermint tea at the end hot. Hot peppermint. What do you think of that, Anthony?
I don't like peppermint.
They were both so good. It was perhaps the best peppermint tea I've ever had. Well, there you go, Anthony.
Well, that's not saying much.
We each had our own tower of scones, tiny themed tea sandwiches, and themed desserts. There was a basic lemon scone and a Mickey-shaped butterscotch scone, and I wanted to eat like 10 of those. The sandwiches were so interesting. They looked like Alice-themed and rode with it. The caterpillar-themed sandwich looked like it'd be sweet, but it was savoring. They all just had a flavor explosion that your brain couldn't figure out, but it was really good.
Whoa.
That's crazy. My favorite was the Queen of Hearts deviled eggs with actual edible 24-karat gold dust. I've never eaten gold before. The desserts were chocolate-covered strawberries. Ooh.
I bet you never shit it out before either.
The desserts were chocolate-covered strawberries, a Rice Krispie mushroom, and a banana macaron, and an edible chocolate teacup. I love the chocolate, but I did not like the macaron. The banana flavor was way too fake. I barely like real bananas. I don't like bananas either.
And fake banana flavor is like the worst.
Yes, I agree. So we had a fantastic time, and I will always recommend High Tea there, and they are always changing the theme. The Alice one will run through September 1st. They usually do a Halloween one and a Christmas one. I've never done those, but I like to. Then we changed our clothes and headed off to Batu, but that's for next week, Rachel.
Don't forget there's also Easter.
Yes, Easter parade. And she also sent pictures.
Okay, good. Give me one of the best ones.
So we'll be posting that on the YouTube for this episode. All right, well, thank you for your part one there, Wreck-It Rachel. We look forward to part two of your trip to Batu. All right, our next email is from Dan the Mailman.
I know that guy.
And his subject line is, "It's back."
Wait, is it deja vu?
After a long wait, it's finally back. My work life. Oh,
wait.
And
got us again.
He said, at Main Street Electrical Parade. Went back to work yesterday, so that means I will be hitting the parks on just the weekends now. Spent the last Friday with my brother and Diggs to check out the return of the Main Street Electrical Parade. So I did notice that the parking lot was getting kind of full since I had to park in a different place than I normally would, arriving to the park at the time that I did. Once it got into the park, it was obvious it was for the parade. People were everywhere, most trying to find a place to watch it, and they kept saying the parks were empty. Met up with Diggs at our usual parade viewing location, and there was a good number of people there, but the view is always good, and people were excited. Everything is nice and shiny in the parade right now, which means all the lights work, so check out while this is going on. Checked out the Get Your Ears On party at Tomorrowland Terrace. After that, mostly to sit down and enjoy a galactic slush. Galactic slush. Pineapple and lime slushy with a light-up cube. Very, very good stuff. Saw them bring out some of the more obscure characters for the party, including the penguins from Mary Poppins and Clarice the Chipmunk, and then the standard such as Chip and Dale. Pluto and Minnie were there too, of course. A trip up to Main Street to see the new Main Street Electrical Parade merchandise. Nope, didn't buy anything, but did catch the end of the next parade, and then we headed out since I had to be up early the next day, and Diggs actually woke up in the AM that day. I woke up at 9 o'clock that day, so I was really tired. I'm like, he's you gonna stick around? I said, no, I'll head out with you guys. I'm tired. He says, big weekend up ahead. 50th anniversary of Haunted Mansion on Friday, which I will be there for, and the Chalk Walk early Sunday morning. I believe this is the 6th year that I will be walking, and this year I have some students using this as a kickoff to a really cool service project they are trying to kick off at the school. Back to school also means I won't be in MousePIRE Studios as often, but we will see how that goes. In the meantime, follow my Disney adventures at Dan's Disney Adventures on Instagram. Dan out.
Bye.
All right. Well, thank you for your email there, Dan the Mailman and Wreck-It Rachel. Like I said, looking forward to part 2 in Batu. And anyone else has any comments, questions, or you have your own stories to tell about your tea party, all you have to do is email us.
MousePIRE@gmail.com.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the MousePIRE podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, that went pretty smooth and pretty quick.
Yep.
The way I like it.
That's what happens when you trim the fat.
Hey, don't forget, like I said, go check out Tale of the Lion King. It's a really good show, but I would wait till it gets cooler and the sun goes down because I really was hating it over there yesterday. But yeah, check it out. And hey, it's back. So check out the Main Street Electrical Parade. Little, nostalgia there with the parade coming back. And you can check that out. Check out all the merchandise if you want to open up your wallet and spend your money on it. They have an annual pass holder shirt, I believe. I don't care about the shirts this year. I'm like, whatever. You can go get fat with the Fat Time Main Street Electrical Parade food, including that hot dog and the ice cream, Fantasia ice cream. Everyone loved that last year. Don't forget to get your popcorn bucket. And the refills are $1.50 the day of, so you have to have your receipt. And you have to have your receipt if you want a refill.
Yep, no excuses, don't lose it. It'll be like, I lost it. Well, then you're not getting a refill, I guess.
Yeah, and all the other Fat Times we talked about, don't forget to check that out. And don't forget to, if you guys want to go check out the Pop-Up Disney, $18 annual pass holders if you go in the morning time.
$18, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
Don't forget to get your tickets for Oogie Boogie Bash. You're going to be bashing some heads at that party.
Whoa, hey, now. That's...
Well, we'll see what happens. But don't forget that we have those sold-out nights already. We have 3 sold-out nights. All the information for that is on the Facebook page of what nights are sold out. So you can always check there, or the Instagrams and the Twitters. You can see what nights are selling out. But I suggest you hurry up and get those now, because they're going to go pretty quick in the month of August like they usually do. Other than that, that's all I got.
As usual, you can find out everything going on the social medias. This guy's going to be posting pictures of food.
Yummy.
And whatever else. Go and check out his videos of the electrical parade. Make sure you keep up with his Snapchats and all that. Of course, we're MousePIRE on that. At MousePIRE on the Twitter and the Instagram, and MousePIRE on Facebook.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Blue1313. Also follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you'll see your button orders going out. Don't forget to head over to dgpclothing.com, get your MousePIRE gear, and get your own gear. If you need something for a family reunion or anything like that, just hit me up. I will work on something for you. And don't forget to go check out patreon.com/MousePIRE. Help support the podcast. And also, hey, you can listen to the podcast on the YouTubes. Just search MousePIRE Podcast. And you can also head over to radio.com.
Radio.
Check out MousePIRE Podcast there. All you have to do is search MousePIRE on radio.com, and you can hear all the episodes, whatever they upload. I don't know. It's like starts at 70 something. I don't know what it is. But you can check out the podcast there. There you go.
And until next time, remember, if your heart ain't in it, then I guess you better quit it. So for Martin Prince, Webby Gale, Vanderquack, and Minnie Mouse, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Diggs. Bye.
Let the past die. Kill it.
This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
Mater's going to be doing it again with his Halloween. Is that what we're talking about? No, we're talking about Christmas. Never mind. A pineapple coconut. Why did I say it like that?
Coconut.